Todd McFarlane has built a mini empire simply by creating products that interest him. A self-taught artist, he rose quickly in the comic book industry, drawing Batman, the Hulk, Spider-Man, and others. However, he soon left to start his own company, and the rest was history.
You know, I always sort of compare Todd to Walt Disney. You know, Walt Disney had an aesthetic. He was in charge of the aesthetic. He was the best pitch man, you know, that everybody says that ever was in Hollywood. I think Todd's very much like that.
In the past 15 years, Todd created Spawn, the most successful independent comic of all time. He won an Emmy for his HBO animated series and a Grammy while creating music videos for the likes of Korn and Pearl Jam. He produced movies with New Line Cinema and with Jodie Foster. He owns part of the Edmonton Oilers hockey team. And if that wasn't enough, he started his own toy company and single-handedly revolutionized the industry.
He didn't create toys, he just made them better, and that's all. He just has that vision.
A vision that resulted in the creation of toy figures that were more lifelike than anyone ever thought possible. Today, McFarlane Toys ranks as one of the top 5 makers of action with licenses that include Shrek, The Matrix, The Terminator, The Simpsons, The Beatles, and virtually every professional sport on the planet.
Easily 90%, if not more, of our efforts are now based on the web, and more specifically, our very own website.
We don't really do any print advertising anymore. We haven't done television advertising in years. We market and communicate through Spawn.com.
I treat the website as like a newspaper. So let's just go, what's the concept of your website? It's a newspaper. Why a newspaper? There's different stories every day. Magazines, those are once a month. So I actually only have to come back once a month. I don't want somebody to come back to my website once a month. I want them to come back more like a newspaper daily.
For McFarlane Toys, this is a strategy that has resulted in some astounding numbers.
Currently, we get over 300 million hits a month, which is tremendous volume. We've been told that if you can keep people for over 2 minutes on your website, it's pretty good. They call that a sticky site. Ours right now, our average person coming on is tracking at 23 minutes.
The McFarlane site is more of a promotional site than a transactional site.
Both are like that. Traditionally, this gets us more.
Essentially, you're trying to put value on websites.
Exactly.
That means they use it to support the company's traditional marketing channel and to build customer relationships. There are 6 reasons why consumers tend to buy online. Let's look at these in the context of McFarlane Toys. Number 1 is convenience. To consumers, that means 3 things. A website is easy to locate, easy to navigate, and it downloads fast. McFarlane Toys make their website easy to locate by promoting Spawn.com in every possible venue.
We vigorously promote it. Todd mentions it constantly when he does interviews and in all our public relations. And when we do shows, we do a lot of shows, constantly giving out stickers and things, Spawn.com, Spawn.com.
They ensure that the site is easy to navigate by keeping it simple and clean.
I believe one of the reasons for our website's growth has been we don't do pop-ups. We don't sell banner ads. We don't do all these things that aggravate, I think, the average consumer.
Finally, Todd takes bandwidth into account.
And you've got people with 56K modems, and you've got people that got, like, broadband. And how do you deal with any of that? You let technology sort of dictate some of those possibilities back to you.
Choice is the second reason why consumers shop online, and it has 2 dimensions. First, in the type of products and services offered, and second, in the area of choice assistance. For Todd, the variety of choices offered on Spawn.com have played a key role.
I think it is because of that choice, to the point that we come out with, let's say, NASCAR, we get new consumers going, I'm going to go see who the new NASCAR guy is. Says, great, here, go to McFarlane.com, Spawn.com, whatever it is, and I can get the new list of the new NASCAR guys, because I just bought Jeff Gordon, my hero. Boom, they open up the door, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, Shrek, Matrix, T3, Metallica, football, basketball, and they're going, whoa, what's this? And then they go.
Spawn.com also provides a where to buy link.
People literally were writing us saying, where can we find your toys? And so we started doing it as a service to the customer, to the fan.
Despite such broad selection of products on sites like Spawn.com, for some customers, that's not enough. They want one-of-a-kind items that fit their specific needs. This is where customization comes into play.
We do variants within our own toy lines where there'll always be something that there is a lot of, and there'll always be something that there's not a lot of.
They also don't discourage the growing number of fans that customize McFarlane figures and resell them.
They take our figures and they use all the parts and they reassemble them and they and then repaint them, and so they're like a car customizer.
Spawn.com embraces online communication technologies.
Because every product, every toy has a story arc, a life.
A life which is revealed day by day, week by week, in the form of sneak previews, from rough sketches to clay models to prototypes.
And we're going to show you the behind the scenes. We're going to give you all that cool stuff on DVDs. We're going to sort of show you all that stuff. 6 to 9 months can be there, and you're just doing this slow burn campaign.
Until, on the day the new product is released, consumer interest is at an all-time high.
I can show you the data. Wow! I mean, those days are our biggest days. Poof. Everybody wants to come and they look at every page, every drawing, everything.
At that time, the web community takes over and the viral marketing campaign begins.
They then go back to our boards, they go to their other websites and they go, I just saw everything and it sucks, or it's great, or I only like the green one, or I think the purple one, and the other guy's going, purple, that was the dumbest one, I like the red one. And they then continue the campaign, and before you know it, bam, that product's out on the shelf, and you've almost had them talking about it non-stop in some form for a year, instead of just waiting for 2 weeks before the product comes out and trying to blitz TV and trying to blitz print ad and trying to do all that.
Cost is another reason why many people use the web to shop. Devices such as bots allow them to search out the best prices from thousands of stores in seconds. At McFarlane Toys, they don't attempt to undercut their retailers. In fact, they don't even sell new products on Spawn.com until after they've been out on the open market.
I don't want to go in competition with my stores. Could I beat them on price? Absolutely. But that's not what it is.
The best deal still to get our toys is still to go into a retailer and get it. But if you can't get it, then we like to feel like we're just that safety net for the collector.
Control is the sixth reason why consumers shop online. Let's say you're looking for a specific McFarlane toy at the best price. You can use portals such as Yahoo, MSN, and AOL, or a search engine like Google, or a comparison shopping website, or you can use a bot such as Yahoo Shopping. A key to a successful web strategy or business strategy is to always look to the future. For McFarlane Toys, that means being able to expand their online store to react quickly to changes in the retail market.
It is a very volatile retail world out there right now. Sometimes it feels like some of the major chains are one Christmas away from being in real trouble.
Because if everybody starts flaking out on us, we're going to have to be able to do, nobody's going to do any favors for us, we're going to have to do our own favors.
If they start running into trouble, they start going, you know what, we don't want to really do toys anymore, we don't want to do traditional toys anymore, we're going to just go strictly into electronic gaming because we think that's where the money is. We still have all sorts of consumers and fans that want to buy our stuff, so we have to figure out ways to deliver those things to them.
We're happy with the way it's going now, but if there's any turn and I lose 10% and I can pick up 10 here, then status quo remains, and even if I have to carry the weight myself.
In addition to having a plan to expand their online store if needed, McFarlane Toys is always looking at new product lines and growth opportunities. They even opened a retail store next to their offices, although it doubles as a museum of sorts for Todd's many creations. So, if you are ever in Arizona, stop by. You might even meet the man, the legend himself. If you can't make the trip, you can always sign into the McFarlane community at Spawn.com.